Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to a legacy video of HYOH-WU! Hike your own hike with us. You might ask yourself, Jesse, what is a legacy video? Basically, a legacy video is any video where we're not hiking. It's a way for you to get to know me a little bit better. So what we're doing today is we're just essentially making a Gordon Ramsay style holiday turkey, but we're gonna make it a little more flavorful, a little more juicy. We're gonna be cooking with flair today. Because why? Because, oh, nothing. We're turkey eating, stuffing eating, mashed potato gobbling, Rolex wearing sons of a guns. Woo! And really, if you think about it, what does a Brit know about making a Thanksgiving or a holiday turkey anyway? I mean, didn't we kick their asses back to Britain? And another thing, the turkey is a native bird of North America. Just saying. One of the big differences that we're doing that Gordon Ramsay does not do is we are brining the turkey. Now, brining the turkey is important because it's going to help break down the protein, and it's going to help the fibers retain more salt and more flavor, and it's going to therefore make it more succulent and more delicious. So we're going to start with basically 2 gallons of water. We're going to add our 2 cups of hard cider, a 1.5 cups of kosher salt, followed by 2 cups of brown sugar, baby. Next, add some rosemary in there. 3 tablespoons of peppercorn, some bay leaves for good measure, 2 to 3 oranges, some people say just use the peels. I say use the whole orange. More flavor, baby. And finally, 5 cloves of garlic. This is what it must be like when an angel farts, because it sure smells heavenly. Our brine is at a boil. We're going to shut it down, let it get nice and cool. Then we're going to transfer this over to the brine bucket. And all I'm doing right now is giving our very hot tub of ingredients a cold bath, just to help it cool down a little more fast. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brininator 3000. All right, our brine has cooled down enough to where we can use the Brininator, okay? The first thing that I like to do, I like to take ice cold water and pour that in like so. Then we're gonna take our brine and we're gonna pour some of it in. And the idea is we don't want this turkey to start cooking. So we want to just stir it around. Yeah, it's nice and cool. I think we're good. Now we're gonna dunk the turkey in. We're gonna take it, dip it down, headless side first, cavity side up. Sticking it just like that. Oh yeah. Oh, there goes the oranges. Smells so freaking good. Now that that's all done, we're simply just gonna seal it up. It's cold enough here in Montana to where I can set it out in the garage for, I think I'm gonna do 16 hours. Typically you wanna do anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. And that's it for tonight. Let's go set this out. See you in the morning. It's 14 hours later and we're back. Our big, beautiful turkey is ready to go into the oven. And that was a horrible Trump. That actually sounded more like Reagan, didn't it? It's like, kick it! Well, I'm the big gibber, don't mess with me. I'm the baddest rapper this side of DC. Bush, Bush in the George Bush. Okay, now it's time to prepare our bird for the oven. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to season the cavity here. And what we want to do is just get that seasoning right up in there, if you know what I mean. The first thing that we're going to throw into the cavity is a smidgen of butter. Butter makes everything better. Next comes the salt and pepper. Next, we're going to add a couple of onions. And what's going to happen here is the onions are going to steam and add a little sweetness to the turkey flavor. We're going to add some lemon. And finally, a couple of Michael Bay leaves, probably from 3 or 4 different angles. Movie jokes. After you get your cavity stuffed, what you're gonna wanna do next is make your butter compound. First thing you're gonna need for your butter base, you guessed it, butter. Next, we're gonna stray away from Gordon Ramsay a little bit more. How? We're gonna add a little bit of crushed red pepper. Up next, the zest of 2 lemons. And it's okay to squeeze a little lemon juice in there too. Don't hold back. Some chopped garlic, a generous helping of some chopped parsley. The last thing that we're gonna add to our butter rub is some extra virgin olive oil. And what that does, it mixes with the butter and it helps the butter not brown or burn. Now that we have all our ingredients into the bowl, it's time to mash everything together. After we get our butter rub made, what we wanna do next is start removing the skin from the turkey breast. You want to do this very gently so you don't tear the skin, because if you tear the skin, the butter's going to leak out, and that's what we don't want. Now that the skin is pulled away, we're going to start sticking this under the skin. All this butter, olive oil is going to help keep the turkey nice, juicy, and moist. Take any excess rub, put it all around, down the legs, get it all over there. Massage that in. Smells amazing. You keep hearing me say that, and I'm not joking. I wish you really could. Well, make this. Make it, and then you can smell. Here we go into the oven for 10 minutes at 425. We're gonna get that skin nice and brown quickly. Now that the turkey's out of the oven, we're gonna add the pizza la resistance bacon. You thought butter makes everything better. Well, we just kicked it up a notch, didn't we? Look at this. And this is gonna help hold in the moisture, keep it juicy, and it's gonna add a smoky flavor to it. And once again, the juices are gonna be used in our gravy. We just go like this. Look at that. It's time to put the bird back into the oven. It's a 16-pound bird. We got the oven set at 350 now. Should take anywhere from 3.5 to 4 hours. Look at Blitz. He knows something good is cooking. Do you know something's cooking? Is that why you're in the kitchen? Now that our turkey is turking, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our stuffing. I'm using stovetop. Why? Because it's a classic and I genuinely like it. And as a matter of fact, around the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'd straight up ask my mom, "Mom, are you making stovetop?" And if my mom said no, hell, I'd be spending the holidays at the neighbors. And of course, if I'm cooking stovetop, we're gonna flare it up a little bit. Woo! And how are we gonna do that? Well, instead of using water, we're gonna go ahead and use a little bit of David Lee chicken broth. Then we're gonna add black olives, or olives of color for you sensitive people. And then we're gonna chop up some garlic, cook it up a little bit, and then we're gonna add that into the mix. Recipe's pretty simple. Just follow the box and make the changes where necessary. Next up on the menu is mashed potatoes. Pretty straightforward. Take 6 or 7 potatoes, peel them, quarter them, throw them in some water, bring them to a boil. Next we add in a little more butter. Add a 1/2 cup milk. I always start with a 1/2 cup milk. If it's not the right consistency, you can always add more. For a little extra fluffiness, I add some old sour cream in there. We're not done yet. Next, we're gonna take some of that yummy bacon from the turkey, crumble all that up, let that fall right on top of there. Look at that bacon. Yeah. Turkey is done. Woohoo! So after 3.5 hours, our turkey is completed. Now, the trick is to let it rest as long as you cooked it. And what that does is it gives the turkey time to cool down and all the juiciness absorbs back into that meat. The problem is, I have never made it 3.5 hours. When my turkey's done, I want it and I want it now. The one thing that we can do to let it rest a little bit is go ahead and start making our gravy.
As the turkey's resting, drain the excess fat from the roasting tray and put it back on the heat. Then remove the bacon from the top of the turkey. And then the roasted onions from the cavity. And finally, let's take out the roasted lemon. First, cut up the bacon. Bacon into the tray. And that's the start of our gravy. Now, the onion. Look at it. It's so beautiful it'll make you cry. It doesn't get any better than that. Chop that up, onion and bacon in. Next, let's chop up the roasted lemon and add that to the tray. Let's go ahead and put in a couple of twigs of rosemary to give it a lovely aromatic punch and let it fry a little bit. And then let's take 3 chopped tomatoes, which helps thicken the gravy and give it a lovely fresh taste. Now it's time to really get the turkey flavor into the gravy. Snap off the wing. Take off all the little trimmings, all the little tiny tidbits here, and add that to your gravy. These are the bits nobody ever uses. Let's go ahead and get back here. Let's get this turkey butt. We want the turkey butt because it's all fatty and it's going to add some delicious flavor. Next, pour in the hard cider. This adds a lovely apple flavor that really lifts the taste of the turkey meat. As the cider starts to reduce, pour in the delicious resting juices from the roasted turkey. When the liquid is reduced by half, crush the vegetables and the turkey pieces with a masher to extract the maximum amount of flavor. And basically what's happening now is that we're giving the gravy a little bit of a body. Now sieve it. Use the back of the ladle to push it through the sieve, extracting every last drop of flavor. Pop in a twig of rosemary and leave to infuse. Now for the finishing touch. Simply add some crushed walnuts to the bottom of a gravy boat or a basic bowl and ladle in the hot gravy.
Delicious. Awesome. Wow, that's really freaking good. Okay, it is midnight. This took much longer than I had anticipated. Holy Hofstadter effect. And I am famished. I am wore out. But anyway, this is what I normally do for Thanksgiving and Christmas, is this meal right here. Sometimes I cook a prime rib, but this is generally it. So once again, happy holidays. Really appreciate you being here. And it was so cool to do one of these stretch projects. You know, a stretch project meaning that these aren't the normal videos on my channel. We do hiking, for God's sakes. We walk through the woods, you know, we go to lakes in the Cabinet Mountains wilderness. So if you're into that and this is your first time there, go check out the channel and see what we do in the summertime. But anyway, once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, and Happy New Year.